In the heart of the bustling city stood City Tower, a gleaming monument of glass and steel, home to one of the biggest corporations. Every morning, a river of ambitious employees flowed through its doors, clutching laptops and coffee, their eyes set on the corporate ladder. Among them, unnoticed, was Maya Deshmukh. In her late 30s, dressed in a plain blue cleaner's uniform, she pushed her trolley with a quiet determination. Her ID tags simply read housekeeping staff. To the busy executives and aspiring managers, she was just part of the background. "Don't clean here now, come later," they'd say, waving her away without a second glance. Maya would just offer a soft, knowing smile and move on, her presence as silent as the secrets she kept. She wasn't just another cleaner, she was the architect of this entire empire, playing a role no one could ever imagine. This is the story of how the most invisible person in the building turned out to be the most powerful of them all. Every day, before the first rays of sunlight touched the city skyline, Maya would find herself in the most exclusive office in the entire building, the CEO's suite. The man who occupied it, Mr. Arvind Malhotra, was known as a stern, no-nonsense leader who had been managing the company for months. He was the face of power, the one everyone answered to, but the truth was far more complicated. Arvind was merely a placeholder, a temporary stand-in. The real owner, the true CEO of City Tower, had vanished from public view nearly a year ago. Whispers and rumors filled the hallways, speculating that she had disappeared after a devastating scandal. The truth, however, was that she had never left. That missing CEO was Maya Deshmukh. A year prior, Maya had stumbled upon a web of deceit woven deep within her own company. It was a network of massive corruption bribes, money laundering, and carefully fabricated accounts designed to siphon millions. The most shocking part? Her most trusted board members, including Arvind himself, were the masterminds behind it all. When she confronted them, armed with initial evidence, they didn't confess. Instead, they orchestrated a brilliant, ruthless coup. They turned the entire board against her, framing her for insider trading and fabricating a story about her needing to take a break for health reasons. They thought they had silenced her, pushed her out of her own kingdom, but Maya was a fighter. She refused to be a victim in her own story. Instead of disappearing, she decided to go deeper. She cut her hair, adopted a new name, and, with a fake ID, joined the one group of people nobody ever pays attention to, the housekeeping staff. She became a cleaner in her own building, determined to see the company not from the top down, but from the ground up. She was ready to uncover the truth, one polished floor at a time. For 6 long months, Maya led a double life. By day, she was the silent cleaner, mopping floors, emptying trash bins, and polishing glass until it shone. She was invisible, a ghost in the machine. And this invisibility became her greatest weapon. As she cleaned, she listened. She overheard hushed conversations in hallways, secret phone calls in empty offices, and gossip by the water cooler. She observed her employees in their natural habitat, unfiltered and real. She saw who treated the janitorial staff with respect and who looked at them with disdain. She made mental notes of those who worked diligently late into the night, those who spent their days spreading rumors, and even those who pocketed office supplies when they thought no one was watching. She saw the true character of her company, from the most loyal employees to the most deceitful. But Maya was doing more than just observing. She was gathering an arsenal. With a hidden micro camera and a tiny voice recorder, she meticulously collected irrefutable evidence. She photographed incriminating documents left on desks, recorded conversations that confirmed her suspicions, and copied files that laid bare the entire corrupt operation. To everyone else, she was just the lady who cleaned the floors. They had no idea she was quietly building a case that would bring their entire house of cards tumbling down. The day of reckoning finally arrived. Arvind Malhotra, beaming with misplaced confidence, had organized a grand meeting on the top floor. Investors, board members, and the media had all gathered. He was moments away from announcing a new leadership plan, a move that would permanently cement his control over the company. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Cleaners had been strictly instructed to stay away from the executive floor. But rules no longer applied to Maya. Just as Arvind was about to begin his triumphant speech, the conference room doors glided open. Maya walked in, her cleaning trolley rattling softly on the marble floor. A wave of confusion and annoyance washed over the room. "What is she doing here?" someone whispered. Arvind's face contorted with anger. "Get her out!" he shouted, his voice echoing in the silent room. Maya, however, stood her ground. With a calm that unnerved everyone present, she walked directly to the head of the massive conference table. She reached into her pocket, pulled out a small USB drive, and placed it decisively in front of Arvind. Looking him straight in the eye, her voice clear and steady for all to hear, she said, "Before you sign those papers, you might want to see this." The room fell into a stunned silence. Arvind stared at the USB drive as if it were a venomous snake. He began to stammer, demanding security remove her, but it was too late. Maya stepped back and addressed the room. "My name is Maya Deshmukh," she announced. Gasps rippled through the audience. "And for the last 6 months, I've had the privilege of cleaning your offices. It's amazing what you can learn when people think you're not worth noticing." She then turned to the large screen behind the podium. "Mr. Malhotra," she said, her voice now laced with steel, "shall we begin with the audio file titled Project Phoenix, or would you prefer the video of your secret meeting in Dubai?" Panic flashed across Arvind's face. The other corrupt board members began to squirm in their seats, their faces turning pale. Maya had them trapped. She had spent months listening in the shadows, and now, standing in the spotlight, her voice was the only one that mattered. She wasn't just a cleaner anymore. She was the judge, jury, and executioner of their corporate crimes. The fallout was immediate and spectacular. The evidence on the USB drive was undeniable, a cascade of recordings, documents, and photos that painted a damning picture of Arvind and his collaborators. The media frenzy was instantaneous. Arvind and the other corrupt members were swiftly removed and faced legal charges. Their careers, built on lies, crumbled in a single afternoon. In the weeks that followed, Maya Deshmukh retook her rightful place as CEO, but she wasn't the same leader she had been before. Her time as a cleaner had changed her perspective forever. Her first official act was to call a company-wide meeting, not in the executive boardroom, but in the main lobby, where everyone from janitors to vice presidents stood side by side. She promoted employees who had shown integrity and loyalty, many of whom she had personally observed during her time undercover. She implemented new policies that ensured every single employee, regardless of their role, was treated with dignity and respect. The company culture was reborn, founded on the principles of transparency and fairness. Maya Deshmukh didn't just clean up the corruption in her company, she transformed it from the inside out. Her story became a legend within City Tower, a powerful reminder that true leadership isn't about the title you hold, but about the character you show when you think no one is watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next video.